Hello, this video is on the union and intersection of sets. If you recall, I think it was back in 3.5 we introduced sets, and so now we're going to talk about them a little more. Imagine we'll just start off with naming some sets here. We're going to say the universal set for this first problem is all natural numbers less than 20. If you don't remember, natural numbers start at 1 and go on forever, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on, but we're just going to talk about the natural numbers less than 20. Remember, this is set builder notation. The next set, we're going to talk about set A is going to be even numbers. Set B is going to be multiples of 3, and set C is going to be the numbers 6, 7, 8, and 9. And so we're going to draw a picture of these sets so that we can talk about the union and intersection of them. For the first picture, we're going to draw what's called a Venn diagram. You probably remember this. So there's 3 sets, so I'm going to make 3 circles here. Let's just do it like so. There's one. And here's another. And let's make another one right here. They don't have to be exactly the same size. Anyway, so now we're going to talk about what numbers go where. So the whole set is numbers, natural numbers less than 20. So the number 1 has to be in there. The number 1 is not included in set A, B, or C. So the number 1 has to be outside here somewhere. And we'll call this set U, the universal set. The number 2 is an even number, so that's in set A. Let's change colors actually here to make it more obvious. So the number 2 is in set A. Number 3 is a multiple of 3, that's in set B. 4 is an even number, so we'll put that in set A. 5 is none of these, so this is going to go out here, and let's make this green as well. 6 is both an even number and a multiple of 3, so it needs to go in A and B, but it's also in C, so 6 goes in here. The number 7 is not even or a multiple of 3, so that's going to go in set C only. Number 8 is even and in set C, so that is A and C. The number 9 is not even, but it is a multiple of 3, and it is in set C, so 9 goes here. 10 is even. 11 is not even or a multiple of 3, so that goes out here somewhere. 12 is both even and a multiple of 3. 13, 14 is even. 15 is not even, but it is a multiple of 3. 16 is even. 17 is none of those. 18 is even and a multiple of 3. 19 and less than 20. So we're done. I may have made a mistake on one of those, but let's check it out. So even, even. That's good. Even and multiple of 3. Yep. Even multiple of 3 and set C. Okay. I feel pretty good about this. You might be able to find a mistake. We can talk about that tomorrow. Let's go double screen for this. Alright, so I've gone dual screen here so we can kind of see stuff, and also right over here. If I wrote A, U, B, this means what is the union of sets A and B? What is the union of sets A and B? And that means what is A and B? It basically includes everything that's in A and everything that's in B. And so I'm just going to name them off. If we went in order, that would be preferred, but these are kind of out of order. So I'm just going to start writing them down. 2, 4, 10, 14, 16, 18. Let's see, 2, 4, 10, 14, 16, 18. We got 12, 6, 8, 9, 15, and 3. So the union of A and B is everything that's in A and everything that's in B. Now if I said what is the intersection of A and B, it looks kind of like a big N. So what is the intersection of A and B? It's only where they overlap. So A and B overlap at 12, 18, and 6. 12, 18, and 6. All right. So let's see. What is the intersection of A and C? So the intersection of A and C is just this portion here where A and C are intersecting. So 6 and 8 would be the answer here. If I'm going to know the union of B and C, that is everything in B and C. So we would say 12, 18, 6, 15, 3, 9, 8, and 7. And that's about it. So that's union is just the combination of everything in both sets. The intersection is just what is overlapping. Alright, let's move on. Alright, so we're going to go back to solving some combined inequalities because it's also going to work together with intersections and unions, and I'll show you how. So we're going to solve this by subtracting everything by 7, and then we end up with negative 13 is less than n is less than or equal to 14. So as you can see, what we have is a combination of these two things. So we have n being greater than negative 13 and n being less than or equal to 14. This is a intersection. Okay, because remember, we're drawing this number line and we're combining. So we'll start at negative 13, go to 14. So greater than negative 13 would go on forever to the right, and less than or equal to 14 would go forever to the left. But since we have to take both into account, we're just doing the intersection of these two sets, and we get something in the middle there. So you could call this graph the intersection of n is greater than negative 13 with that intersection symbol, and n is less than or equal to 14. Let's try one more. So here we have the absolute value inequality, which we talked about previously, and I'm going to show you how this works with intersections and unions. So in this case, we looked at it a different way last time. It was actually this way, where the inequality is greater than or equal to something. And if you remember, greater than or equal to goes out to the sides. Okay, and as you can see, this would be a union because there is no intersection. It's only the combination of both at the same time. And if you remember how to do these unions, or how to do these greater than absolute values, it's an OR statement. So we would say 5d plus 11 is greater than or equal to 3, or 5d plus 11 is less than or equal to negative 3. And then we would solve. Alright, so I would get 5d is greater than or equal to negative 8, and I would get 5d is less than or equal to negative 14. I would divide everything by 5, and we get d is greater than or equal to negative 8/5, and d is less than, I'm sorry, that's an or d is less than or equal to negative 14/5. So if we were to graph that, -8/5. I don't know where that is exactly. Let's call it right here, -8/5 and -14/5. Let's put that over here because it's even more negative. And d is greater than or equal to this, so that would go this direction. And or d is less than or equal to this, so we go this direction. And that is a union. So that kind of brings everything together from the last few videos. Hopefully that helps out. Thanks.